Right, so let's work on the material for this. Make sure, by the way, when you render, just click on this camera there to take a snapshot. You can see there, this is my, on the right will be the new render, and on the left is your snapshot. I'm going to go into I'm going to go up here, press this plus. If you've already got it up here, go to your material palette. If you don't have it like me, you can just do it like that. And then scroll down and go to basic smoke and just click and drag that across. There we go. Come out of here, go into my matte, and there's my basic smoke. And I'm just we can leave the name, we're not going to change that. However, we're going to go back here, back into my smoke, drop a material node. Maybe you can see that starting to render again. I'll stop that. I'm just going to put out at the bottom. Tidy. There we go. And then in my material, just find that smoke. Okay. Start rendering that. So probably look the same actually. Okay. Let's see. Let's turn on the progressive rendering again. Yeah, that's still looking the same. So one thing, I'm going to push up the density here substantially. I'm going to push this up to 20. So that's literally multiplying the density values. Let's see that. Okay, so now we're really kind of pulling out that those details there. Okay, getting a bit more kind of like dust. I'm going to touch this scattering phase, push that to 0.5. So that's basically, if we take a look at what it says, controls the direction in which the light entering the volume is scattered. At the default of 0, light scatters evenly in all directions, isotropic scattering. Positive values up to 1, scatter more and more in the same direction as the incoming light. Negative values down to -1, scatter backwards. So it's basically, if you think about it like the light is coming in this way, and basically you're telling it, does it bounce, does the light come back out? Does more light come back out this way, or does more light pass through? So, you're kind of thinking about, do you have something, like a transparent, I know a volume is, always kind of transparent, but the actual particles in the volume, if it's made of dust or something, then that's pretty that's going to reflect the light back at you. It comes from rock or stone or earth. But if it's something like water vapor or some kind of gas, it's naturally allowing more light to pass through. So that's what you're thinking about when you do this. Okay, so yeah, that's set to 0.5. And then I also want to touch this shadow color. I'm just going to drop in the values. We're going to go for a kind of beigey, creamy kind of color. Okay, so I'm going to set this to what we had, 0.6435. And here we got 0.287. Okay, so you see we're getting that kind of a nice orangey color there. So just let that finish up, and then I'll take another snapshot so we can go through and compare them. And next we'll take a look at lights.